Kamala Harris made her first appearance on Saturday Night Live this past weekend, where she poked fun at herself in some light-hearted comedic relief before Election Day.
You and me both, sister.
It is nice to see you, Kamala.
It is nice to see you, Kamala. And I'm just here to remind you, you got this. Because you can do something your opponent cannot do. You can open doors.
I see what you did there, like to a garbage truck, right?
I don't really laugh like that, do I?
A little bit. Now, Kamala, take my Pamela. The American people want to stop the chaos.
And end the drama.
With a cool new stepmamala. Kick back in our pajamas and watch a rom-Kamala.
But eagle-eyed viewers noticed that Kamala Harris's SNL appearance was very similar to Donald Trump's appearance on Jimmy Fallon in 2015.
Wow, I look fantastic.
No, we look fantastic, and I mean really fantastic.
All right, me, we've got a big interview with Jimmy Fallon coming up. But let's be honest, Fallon's a lightweight. No way he deserves to interview me. The only one qualified to interview me is me.
Me interviewing me, that's what I call a great idea.
Of course it's a great idea. We thought of it.
Trump supporters blasted the copied concept, with this commentator saying, Kamala Harris' SNL skit directly copied Trump's from 2015. Can she do anything original at all? Kamala Harris reportedly rehearsed for 3 hours to pull off the unoriginal skit. This commentator said, Kamala took 3 hours for this. Her SNL bit wasn't even funny and was just a knockoff of Trump Fallon. She can't stop copying Trump. Sky News host James McPherson agreed, saying SNL just didn't know what to do with her.
The skit you just saw on Saturday Night Live with Kamala Harris was exactly the same skit they did about 8 years ago with Donald Trump. Kamala's edition was not even original. They literally didn't know what to do with her, and that pretty much summarises the Kamala Harris candidacy.
Well, I think as well, because she was such a last-minute candidate, they clearly had no pathway, no plan forward, hence why they're putting her, as you said, on these podcasts like Call Her Daddy, because they're going, OK, we'll try and get the younger person vote, but in the end, will that actually translate to votes? Because that is a separate issue.
We will find out in a couple of days whether the vibe translates to vote.
Trump supporters also blasted the Democratic nominee for dedicating hours to fly to SNL and rehearse her script, but refusing to join Joe Rogan for a podcast that reaches millions more people. This commentator said, Kamala Harris is flying to NYC for SNL, which 2 to 4 million people watch every week. But she wouldn't go to Austin to sit with Joe Rogan, whose audience is 10 times larger. 43 million watch Trump on YouTube alone. She doesn't want questions or interviews. She wants propaganda features. Pathetic. Sky News host Danica DiGiorgio and James McPherson agreed, saying the whole skit was cringe.
Oh, I mean, no words. It's so cringe. And Kamala Harris claimed that she was too busy to sit down for a serious conversation with podcaster Joe Rogan, but clearly she wasn't too busy to appear on a scripted comedy show.
To be honest with you, I thought it was kind of fitting. Her entire campaign has been one big comedy skit.
Hasn't it just? It's been a scripted comedy skit from the very beginning, but unfortunately, once again, there was Kamala Harris burdening us by what has been, for about the millionth time, this election campaign. I just want to point out, James, that Donald Trump will be doing 3 separate rallies across 3 separate states today. Meanwhile, Kamala's having a bit of a day off from the hectic schedule of going from state to state because, you know, she's got to film Saturday Night Live and she's just focusing on one state today. But look, can I blame her? She's really had to focus on her Mirror, Mirror on the Wall comedy skit. I just want to point out that I think this is such a bizarre strategy by the Democrats going into this because they're getting her to do all of these fun shows. They are lining up celebrity after celebrity. We saw Jennifer Lopez, we saw Cardi B over the weekend, one after the other, to basically talk about big picture, to talk about why Americans should vote for her. But when you think about it, Kamala only has a couple of scripted lines, that she comes from a working class family, that she looked after her mother, that she knows what it's like to struggle, that she worked at McDonald's. She regurgitates the same lines while the celebrities are actually out there doing the marketing for her because she's so incapable.
Well, you've struck on the reason as to why she's done Saturday Night Live, because she is incapable of doing anything serious. Now, she's not the first president or presidential candidate to do the comedy show. Hillary Clinton did it, Barack Obama did it, Al Gore did it. Donald Trump, as you said, has done it. The problem is that they also did serious interviews, whereas Kamala Harris has done My Daddy podcast. She's done Oprah. She won't do any serious interviews, aside from the one on CBS, which then CBS actually had to edit to make her sound more intelligent. But it's even worse than that, because the skit you just saw on Saturday Night Live with Kamala Harris was exactly the same skit they did about 8 years ago with Donald Trump.
And in another surprising twist, Kamala's SNL appearance could have broken an election rule. FCC Commissioner Brendan Carr tweeted, "This is a clear and blatant effort to evade the FCC's equal time rule. The purpose of the rule is to avoid exactly this type of biased and partisan conduct. A licensed broadcaster using the public airways to exert its influence for one candidate on the eve of an election, unless the broadcaster offered equal time to the other qualifying campaigns." The FCC, however, released a statement saying they do not condone this view of the commissioner. The statement to The Hollywood Reporter said that they had not made any determination regarding political programming rules, nor have we received a complaint from any interested parties. The SNL scandal comes as Donald Trump slammed Kamala Harris for taking another day off the campaign trail.
My opponent today, gave a press conference. Hello. And then, how about, a couple of days ago, she's going to take a day off, do a press conference that lasts about 3 minutes, because you can't, if you ask her questions, she's going to screw it up. So they wanted to be. And then after that, she took the day off. And then she announced a day off and then another day off. And I'm saying, you're trying to win the presidency of the United States, and you had, at that time, about 14 days left, and she was taking day offs all over the place. And I said, you want to be president of the United States? How the hell do you take a day off? I've gone 62 days now. 62 days doing this. No day off. No day off. I don't care. I told the golfers, have fun. Enjoy your golf. I'm not playing.